Well, let's get back into it. Welcome back to our PCMWorld WDB 2018 draft playthrough of the Tour de France. Up to stage 12, so just under halfway, well, just over halfway, sorry. Just under halfway through our Grand Tour. Probably another 3 or 4, 5, who knows how many more stages we'll do, but we're up to stage 12, mountain finish, finishing up the Plateau de Belle. Very, very hilly stage. Expecting to see the big names like Chris Froome, Geraint Thomas, all that lot up there. With them got probably a few kind of sprinty stages, so we should be able to push through them. Not going to finish the whole tour tonight, but we'll finish the rest of the stages tomorrow. So Froome, Bardet, Thomas, Dumoulin, Yates, Roglic, Port, Nibali, Quintana, and Valverde in the favourites. Worst place for these, of course, is Quintana, sitting 17th. Bloody Gazprom. Double check the settings. Normal 1-1, all good to go. Let's get into our playthrough. My pick for the stage is Simon Yates. There we go, that's what I'm going to pick for Euskadi Murias.
Hello and welcome. Mountain stages are especially interesting to watch. It's not by chance that the major events to have marked the history of cycling have taken place on mountainous terrain.
There we have it. Let's remind ourselves who's in which jerseys. Tom Dumoulin is leading. Rafael Majka in the KOM, Ilya Viviani in the points, and the youth classification is Matvej Mohoric. Interesting turn of events there. Also a reminder to a lot of riders that have dropped out, Menzana Postobon only having 6 out of the 8 left. Actually, Trek's worse off. Trek's only got 5 left. A few teams still with all their riders. So a breakaway has been established. 5 riders up the road. They've got a minute. Rui Costa, Abafrale, Ilna Zakarin, Rafael Majka, and Alessandro De Marchi. Hey, Mika Angel Lopez might do something. You don't know the LC. Let's have a look. Where is he sitting in the peloton? Menzana Postobon, Miguel Angel Lopez. I mean, he's in the back. He's got a ride. He's got Bauhaus protecting him. If he starts moving up towards the front, I guess we'll should do some damage. A few category 3, category 2. Yeah, there's a few mountain points on offer on today's stage. I mean, the break's not getting significant time, so perhaps not a day for the breakaway, so maybe Lopez is saving himself. Let's check on the peloton, see who is working at the front. No one but Jakobsen, Tej Benut, and Mesa Bodnar are at the front. Category 3 climb coming up, so that means there's 2 points followed by 1 point and on offer for the mountain classification. The only riders with everyone, only De Marchi, Majka, and Zakarin have got points in the mountain classification. Looks like Costa opens the sprint for that. Majka comes around the outside. Zakarin's getting a little bit blocked in there. Through the middle, last minute push to the line. I'm not really sure who got that, so we'll have a look at what the results say. Majka followed by De Marchi. And then they're back to working well together. There we are. Now we have some work on the front. Team Katusha Alpecin, Euskadi, Aqua Blue Sport, Jelly Belly showing their face, Wigan showing their face, Trek, the Frodage, and more Jelly Belly, of course. Jelly Belly is the team of Tom Dumoulin. Looking ahead, we have a Category 3 followed by Category 2 and then a Category 1, just to make it a bit more exciting. Category 2, Category 1, Category 3, and then we're finishing on, must be a pause category climb, is it? 20 points on offer, absolutely. Here we go, 1.3 to the top. I'm expecting Micah to launch an attack here. Omar Farley on the front for Team AG Tour Le Mondial.
There's a breakaway in the leading group.
Omar Farley has attacked. If they dropped anyone, no, but Zakarin and Costa just chilling at the back and not going full gas as of yet. Costa tries to come around the outside, as does Demarchi. Micah is blocked in. Demarchi taking the 1 point on offer there. Making no change, of course, to the overall.
Sigh of relief and hope to recover a bit on the way down. A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group.
Gap still 3 minutes to the breakaway, so they're being controlled quite nicely by Jakobsen, Pedersen and Laporte. All three pretty down at the bottom of things, but working for the domestics. Category 2 climb now. Cole Laporte says the Apps did 4Ks to go to the top, 6.6% average. Zakarin is launching attack, 1.7Ks to go. I think he's going too early. Everyone's just chilling in his wheel. Micah, of course, right there behind him. Micah wants to extend his lead. Zakarin is dying now. Possibly a poor move by him. He slots himself in front of Costa. Micah has a small gap. Omar Farley finds himself on the back of the breakaway.
Some riders definitely will be able to keep up.
Micah going to be first across this point here. Zakarin dies. Last push, Costa coming through second to take some more of those mountain points. Farley Farley overtakes Zakarin there. Zakarin does move up to 6th place though, getting 1 point. Out the back of the peloton, the first rider has been dropped. Van Kielsbroek for Team Movistar. The gap is extending over the top of that Category 2 climb. Perhaps it could be a day for the breakaway. Maybe I've called it far too early. Best placed rider in the breakaway is Rafael Micah, 11th place overall. That'll be why the peloton is controlling it, or at least, you know, somewhat controlling it. Ah, there's some strong wind as well. That's not helping out the peloton, but the peloton gap's gone back down to 2 minutes. Katusha Alperson and Uskadi putting another few domestics to the front. It's the likes of United Healthcare on the front. Also Tej Minut, he was protecting Mikhail Kwiatkowski, who is 8th overall. Kwiatkowski of course lost a bit of time in the previous stage. Another few riders have been dropped out the back. Yves Lampard, Danny Van Poppel, Hodge, Laporte, Bodnar, Jakobsen. Stu Uskadi on the front, Igor Anton and Carlos Bentancur. Kwiatkowski's got a good chance of winning there at MH. She needs to not lose too much time anymore. The sprint leader has been dropped from the peloton. Demarchi is being dropped from the breakaway as Michael Matthews, who is setting the ferocious pace for Team Aqua Blue Sport. 2 kilometers to the top. The wind is still very strong, 30 kilometers an hour. Riders just dropped off the back as Victor Campenarts. Christoph is gone. Adam Yates is sitting up at the back of the peloton. Wonder if the LC knows about that. Micah attacks. Costa is dropped. It's just Zakarin and Farley who are able to follow. Zakarin counters. Micah is dead. Zakarin will take maximum points at the top of this Category 1 climb. interesting turn of events there. Peloton still being led by Uskadi Marias. You want to go and sprint for the rest of these points? Not particularly. You see Zachary move up to 4th in that mountain classification. Rafael Micah now leading Formolo by 24 points.
Which will allow the riders to catch their breath.
We're lucky it's not raining today. It is a long, steep downhill. It would be perfect for crashes. Dumoulin, don't blow up. Nah, I really hope Dumoulin. Yeah, Quieto was good. You are correct. However, Quieto is currently sitting 8th. 6 minutes down. He is still in the peloton. And of course, if we go to that Manzana Postobon squad, then we have a quick look at Adam Yates. Yates is back in the pack, near the middle, with Lopez, Carl Anderson, and Nico Denz. The riders at 3 breakaway riders at the front have caught back up to each other. They've now got a category 2 climb followed by 1 and a 3 in quick succession before another valley. Meanwhile, Chavez has launched an attack from the peloton, as has Tej Benut. They must be going for those mountain points available on the category 2 climb. Benut now counters over the top of Chavez as they pass Rui Costa, the former world champion. He was just getting quite potentially bottles, you're right. Michael Matthews and Kalmajan leading the peloton. He's pardoned. Five men now out in front. 2 more fighting for that mountain classification. Their strength has been bolstered, perhaps more of a chance to get away, but the gap is now 40 seconds. Michael Matthews is still the one to chase them down. Zendik Stiba leading this second bunch with Van Bala, Gasparotto, Betancourt, Impey, and Kuss. No real big names losing out yet. Peter Sagan still here. Gorka Izagirre still here, chilling at the back of the bunch. It's a little bit spread out, but not too badly. We see Kalmajan's head turn on the front. He's going to be rolling towards the rear of the race now. Still Uskadi and Aqua Blue doing most of the pacemaking. Miko Nieves seems to be breaking his streak. He won't be finishing in the top 20 in this race. Frale has been dropped off the back of the breakaway just ever so slightly. He's stuck in the convoy behind those motorbikes. It's still Zakarin driving the pace, 3.5 kilometers to the top. Micah is looking dead. Micah's gone. Micah's done for. Perhaps a chance for Zakarin to steal that mountain jersey off him. Micah is just about to be caught by Peo Bibel. .7 kilometers to Zakarin's dead too. So is Chavez. Benut looks the strongest out of the breakaway. The gap of 40 seconds. The gap is increasing, or at least staying the same, because Micah has been caught. There's no real danger. Yes, just you two watching. Zakarin and Chavez, who's going to take it over the top? Looks like Zakarin's going to take maximum point. Chavez, Benut, and then Caruso. Zakarin moves into third, now 22 points behind Rafael Micah.
But they must remember to keep their shape. The group is slowly thinning out due to such a frantic pace.
You know, Adam, it's probably not even LC, because I watch this on my iPad as well, just so I can see the what do you call it, text. Anyway, it's all come back together for the Category 1 climb. Will we see a GC favourite go for the points, or maybe Zachary will come up once again in the last few moments? Jelly Belly moving all their squad to the front. Benut back on Kwiatkowski duty. Andre Amador Hoodie's retiring in 2024, so he is dropping out the back of the peloton now. It is me, I am watching on my phone. Oh yeah. Really stalemate at the front here. Should be seeing an attack shortly. 14 k's an hour, they're really just cruising up this climb. Well, I mean cruising, but you know, as cruisy as it can be. Here we go, 800 meters to go. Surely Benut comes to the front. It's a Category 1 climb. There's significant points on offer, but no, Davide Formulo who was second at the start of the day in the mountain classification. Where is Ilmar Zakarin? Zakarin needs to move himself up towards the front, but no, it's Gorka Izagirre who tries to sprint for it. Benut with the PCM block. Unsuccessful. Izagirre gets second there. Chavez and Caruso sprinting for those minor placings. Chavez re-overtakes Zakarin in that mountain classification.
The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The peloton has significantly increased its speed.
If Lopez ain't even going to get white, it's going to be Tej Benut. Benut is 10 minutes ahead of Lopez, man, in that white jersey. But Matvey Mahorch, you're right. He is doing some wonder years at the moment. Some incredible form. Because of those mountain points, there is 4 riders out in front. Chavez, Izagirre and Benut in one group, about to be caught by Caruso. And Formulo is solo up the road. Category 3 climb now with 2 and 1 points on offer. Hey, Tony Martin's just chilling 2 minutes back in the peloton. We say goodbye to Mikael Nieve. Bilbao is looking worse for Weir, Grobschartner, Barkelins. Mike is still here, hanging on for grim life.
The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
Just Izagirre and Formulo out in front now. Formulo has an advantage of just over 2 minutes going into the final descent of the day. Come on, Zakarin, you need the mountain points, man. Sprint for it. Zakarin now protecting Nairo Quintana as Jose Gonçalves and Tom Squeans find themselves at the back, and Kirienka.
They're over the top and heading down the other side at a fair length. They'll be able to get some strength back.
I should have turned the crashes up on the stage. That's what I should have done. This descent would have been great for a few crashes. Dumoulin sitting up towards the front of the peloton. His team still working hard on the front. Formulo's got over almost 4 minutes now. Will that be enough for him to... Oh, there we go. There's a crash. Oh, right at the back. It's Matthews and Igor Anton. Igor Anton still on the road, both upright and racing again. Well, that's a bit of a bugger. Sebastian Reichenbach, Manuel Buchmann and Alexander Ginez find themselves on the front doing the pacemaking. Chris Froome's Dimension Data actually doing some work now. Maybe. Nope. Dimension Data just chilling at the front. Oh, there we are. Now they're working. Has Matvey Mohoric been sent to the front to do some work, has he? Intermediate sprint inbound. Sam Uman leading the peloton. Izagirre takes second. Formulo takes first. Another 4 minutes back. So definitely could be a day for the breakaway. Matvey Mohoric with the bonus seconds, perhaps. Nope, he pulls across just in time to let Dylan Turns take those bonus seconds and intermediate sprint points, which no one really cares about, I guess, at this point. Through the valley now. Formulo has 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes on the peloton. Izagirre is dead in no man's land. I don't think he will be able to maintain that gap. There's 13 kilometers to go. What's going to happen inside the peloton?
Look, the back is taking its foot off the gas. The team leaders can't be too worried about the breakaway.
Well, Davide Formulo looks like he's going to have to win the stage. The gap is 8 minutes, 9 minutes towards him now. Let's do an actual proper counter. From Dumoulin all the way to Formulo. 8 minutes 35. Gorky gets caught.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
Really just nothing happening here. There we go, Jelly Belly has woken up, sending Dylan Turns to the front to start working. Reichenbach, Gegenhardt and Grobschartner. Some of the favourites are coming to the front, but not too many of them. Of course, Quintana's going to be fucking blocked somewhere in here. Where's Miguel Angel Lopez? Oh, we've seen an attack by Bardet. We almost missed that. Dan Martin counters. Reichenbach slowly working up to them. Tijbenut, Caruso and Zakarin, riders all going for that mountain classification of pushing up the road. Even though I would expect Nairo Quintana to be doing something from Gazprom. George Bennett there also for Team Uskadi. Kwiatkowski, the leader for Rally, trying to show his face in the middle there. He's got one domestic in Benut left in the pack. About to be a split here. Lopez and Quintana are about to be at the back side of the small split. Looks like they've caught up just in time. Pozzovivo and Uran doing the same. Bardet has passed Izagirre on the road, so has Dan Martin. George Bennett pulling the peloton up the hill now. Kwiatkowski trying to use them as a rider to launch his attack. But Formolo still chilling 6 minutes ahead of Bardet. 6Ks to go. Can he do it? George Bennett on a suicide mission. Quintana up to the front. Lopez up to the front. They must be feeling good today. They're chilling up, trying to hide behind Wilco Kelderman and Primoz Roglic. Steven Kruijswijk now, he's been silent all race. He launches an attack. Froome senses the danger straight onto his wheel. Pozzovivo and Nibali also. Dumoulin asking his domestics to respond, but they cannot. He has to go it alone. Thomas, Valverde and Kwiatkowski with the rest of the pack following in behind. Kruijswijk is dead, but Froome has caught up to Bardet. The gap to the front only 4 minutes 40 now with 3.6 kilometers to go. Froome is gaining time on Dumoulin. Where is Quintana? He's dead. Where is Lopez? He's dead. But Bob Youngle's still got energy. Simon Yates is dying. The favourites are just left now. Froome, Bardet and Martin forming up to make one group. We see Thomas attacking from the Dumoulin group. Valverde trying to get in there but being cut off on the inside. 2.1 kilometers to go. Bardet is dead. Froome is going it alone. Chris Froome's got 1 kilometer to catch up to Davide Formolo. I don't think it's going to happen. Martin still has a bit of energy. He's sitting in behind Thomas. Dumoulin is clawing his way back up this climb. Valverde attacking with 1 kilometer to go. He's trying to gain some time on Dumoulin. Dumoulin is dead. Thomas and Valverde, Froome and Formolo. Ooh, Froome and Formolo getting very close to each other. Formolo hanging on though. 30 seconds. Takes the win by 30 seconds.
A solo victory for Davide Formolo.
Thomas and Valverde getting a little bit of time on Dumoulin here. Dan Martin, Bardet, Roglic and Nibali going for a 3-man sprint. Kruijswijk doing well to round out the top 10 there. Orte, Pino's doing alright today. Kwiatkowski probably losing some more time. Youngles, Yates, Quintana, Pozzovivo and Uran. Lopez, Fuglsang and Umin, the next group to cross the line. Still Van Kilsbrook, the last man on the road. Jakobsen and Hodge. They should make it. 12 Ks. Is that 50 minutes? Oh, it's going to be close for a few of these riders here with that time cut. Next rider across the line, Mark Cavendish. He's got... Oh, Mark Cavendish is out of time. Mark Cavendish will not continue through the rest of the stages. Neither will Jos van Emden. Chris Laporte. Danny Van Poppel. A lot of sprinters in this stage unable to make the time cut. A lot of teams will be quite devastated, really. Mesa Bodnar. We say goodbye to Alfredo Hodge and Fabio Jacobsen and Van Kilsbrook. So quite a few big sprinters out of contention.
And here are the race highlights that we've selected for you.
And here's the podium once again. David E. Formolo. 2 stages in a row. Winning by 17 seconds ahead of Chris Froome, who almost caught him up. Remembering, of course, he had like 8 minutes at the bottom of that Category 1 climb. How was the GC change? Geraint Thomas 11 seconds behind Tom Dumoulin now. He is catching up. Fucking use. Dan Martin now in the top 10. Well done. Overall mountain, David Di Formolo takes over from Rafael Micah as the leader of the mountain classification. And points jersey still Ilya Viviani. Well done to him. Matvey Mohoric still leading. Hey, Miguel Angel Lopez seemed to have gained some time on Mohoric on this stage, so well done to him. Not enough to take the jersey yet. And Diffidage Dange still leading that classification. Watch Mohoric win green 2 by default. But there we have Tom Dumoulin leading Geraint Thomas, Quintana moving up, whereas Miguel Angel Lopez looks like he's moved up a few places too, but sprint classification with a few of those sprinters being out of time, Gaviria and Mohoric moving up. David Formolo leading the mountain classification. Youth still Mohoric and team is Diffidage. But if we head back to the stage results, we can see quite a few riders are out of time on today's stage. Significant number of sprinters. Kittel and Bauhaus just making it inside that time cut. Well, time to be alive. It's a sprint stage. Let's have a look who the favourites are, with some of those sprinters being out of contention. Gaviria, Viviani, surprise, Sagan, Demar, Greipel, Christoph, Bennett, Ewan, Kittel, Degenkolb. Still a significant number of good sprinters there. Let's see what happens.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today's terrain is fairly level, so it's ideal ground for those who are good on the flat.
Day for a breakaway to get away. Anyway, there's Formolo first day in that mountain jersey for Team Cannondale. The old Drapac Pats Veg team. 1 carry, 4 climbs, that's 1 mountain point on offer, 20 intermediate sprint points, and of course 50 at the end for the points classification. I'm going for the Gorilla once again. A few of his, a few of his competitors have left the race. Miguel Angel Lopez in the break. I don't know, he's not towards the front here. Looks like Soler might be trying something, is he? Lawrence de Plus, maybe? Betancourt protecting Demar here. Buscadi knows what's up. Yeah, the 3 teams down to 5 riders are there. I have a full squad, which makes no fucking difference because Quintana's still shit.
The team leaders can't be too worried about the breakaway.
Attacked by Wout van Aert, Thomas de Hent, Fabio Feline, Philippe Gilbert, Sylvain Dillier, Dylan van Baarle, Oliver Naesen. That is a strong breakaway there if they are allowed to escape. A lot of riders, well, I guess they got the strong breakaway stat, but Van Baarle and Naesen are not allowed to get away. 2 Wiggins riders in the break. They have Dillier and de Hent. Are they going to wait for Dillier? They are. 5 riders in the break now, and look at that, Thomas de Hent not rolling through. There is a strong crosswind, also 30 kilometers an hour. Not huge, but not tiny. Working at the front, it is Team Trek Segafredo with Simon Spielek, Predler for Cannondale, Tolhoek for JLT, Ulysses for AG12 Le Mondial, Ginez for Team Dimension Data. Oh, I missed that completely, my apologies. But Wout van Aert took that, yeah. Got too distracted reading the Discord chat. Actually, that's true. Last time de Gent, well, he better roll through, bastard. That's alright, I'm not in the breakaway this time, so I'm not complaining too much. Oh yeah, true, Dillier is a sprinter in this one, you are correct. Maybe they're going to attack on this little bump here before the finish. But it's not going to be a day for the breakaway, only 3 minutes 40 pan flat stage, 120 kilometers to go. You can see them up the road. Hopefully these winds get a bit stronger, but they're not. They're actually reducing, only 23 kilometers an hour now. It'd be nice to see some crosswind action, seeing some guys jammed into the gutter. Remember, of course, Geraint Thomas and Tom Dumoulin, only 11 seconds separating them. Youth classification, top 10. Richard Carapaz, 35 minutes down. Unlucky. Here we go, intermediate sprint. Here comes some action. What are we going to see happen here? Are they going to go for it? Maybe that's what de Hent is doing, sitting at the back. 1.3 kilometers to go. It looks like Fabio Feline has increased the pace, yet no one's really sprinting for it yet. No one from the breakaway sprints for it, but Wout van Aert takes maximum points. Heading back to the peloton, it looks like JLT Condor of, is that Fernando Gaviria? Tony Gallopin's launching a sprint. Who's he launching? Marcel Kittel on the left-hand side, Pascal Ackermann on the right-hand side. Here comes Gaviria through the middle. Very, very close. Hard to tell, but doesn't change the standings too much. Where's the green jersey? Where is Ilya Viviani? Does he not back himself at the intermediate sprint? There's still 64 kilometers left where he could have recovered. Oh, there's that one hill I thought de Gent was going to attack on. Hey, de Gent's rolling through now. There is a fall in the peloton.
A fall just took place in the pack. Several riders are on the ground.
A lot of riders are. Chris Froome looks to be abandoning. Chris Froome of Team Dimension Data is not in a good state. He is sitting on the side of the road, as is Mikel Nieve, but Chris Froome, who sits 3rd overall, looks to be abandoning this Tour de France.
A rider drops out.
Small split being caused by that crash. It's up to Felix Groschartner to do the chasing. The crosswinds are picking up ever so slightly. I mean, it is 2024, right? From abandoned in 2014, 10 years ago, broken foot or something. Anyway, Caleb Ewan finds himself towards the back of the first section of the peloton. Dumoulin also struggling to hang on. He's sitting on the back of Vincenzo Nibali, using the Bike Aid boys to bring him back into the middle of this peloton. Group 2 being led by Daniel Oss, who is in Group 2. Chavez, Sargent, Valverde. Valverde should have called his whole Differdange squad back. Where are they? Where is the Differdange? Why are they not helping? I guess Stefan Kung made the catch there. The last 4 riders to make the catch: Gonçalves, Herrada, Pogacar once again at the back, and Richard Carapaz. One minute 40 is the advantage, even with that crash. The riders are still working well together. Sylvain Dellier now not participating in the breakaway. It's both Wiggins riders sitting at the back. I'm going to expect an attack shortly from Wout van Aert. 30 kilometers to go, still pan flat, still a sprint expected at the finish. 1 minute 20 is the advantage. Tihent still not rolling through. Is he just there as a token rider perhaps? Some exposure for the Wiggins squad. Tim Wellens of Sporting Taveria on the front. Look at that echelon roll the way across this 4-lane highway. Not strong enough to cause splits, but strong enough to cause some discomfort in the peloton. We say goodbye to Theo Gegenhardt. He is dropping out the back of the peloton. And I was right, there goes Wout van Aert. He launches the attack from the breakaway. De Gent, of course, having the energy. He jumps straight across. Gilbert and Feline follow. We say goodbye to Dillier, who's about to be caught by the JLT Condor-led peloton with 20 kilometers to go. We're expecting some sprint trains. Still strong crosswind action. Geraint Thomas out exposed in the wind. Victor Campenaerts leading him out. Tom Dumoulin sitting in behind Tony Martin. A small gap has opened behind Ewan. The Ant is rolling through, but not enough through significantly. Still hard in the gut. Let's have a look at the map. Does the route change quite significantly? No, it looks like it's going to be crosswind all the way through to the finish. Small gap opening up in repeat of Richie Porte. Greipel was just about to drop the wheel. Greipel's got no lead out. Andre Greipel has no one with him. Looks like they're all protecting Pozzovivo and Rigoberto Urán. The gap is now 30 seconds to the breakaway. There's 10 kilometers to go. It's certainly going to come down to a brunch sprint. Stuyven, the only man left for Gaviria. Everyone else jamming themselves in the gutter. Pedersen is he launching an attack. Van Avermaet heading to the front. Gaviria trying to get on Van Avermaet's wheel. Stuyven is done for. 8.2 kilometers to go. Viviani's got no man left. Actually, Viviani's got Van Avermaet's wheel at the front. Thomas de Gent launches another attack. He's got 30 seconds with 6Ks to go. It's going to be close, especially with this crosswind. Wind switching to a head crosswind now. Degenkolb taking over on the front.
Only 5 kilometers left.
Dimension Data looking for a stage win after the leader Chris Froome crashes out. 4.4 Ks to go, still 30 seconds for Thomas de Gent. Here comes the Chinese train. Kittel in second wheel, Conrad in third wheel. Interesting way of... that's why Conrad's dead. Van der Poel's dead, so is both. Everyone's slowing down here at the back. It looks like the breakaway is going to win it. Thomas de Gent has got a lead of 60 seconds. The sprinters have all given up. Geschke now at the front. Yves Lampaert sprinting. Gaviria sprints from the peloton, but at the front it is Thomas de Gent who takes the stage win ahead of Philippe Gilbert. Wout van Aert and Feline. Here comes Gaviria of the sprinters. Kittel in second. Geschke leading the rest of the peloton home with Arndt, Degenkolb, Valverde and Ewan. Interesting. Great lead out for Conrad. Exactly. Small splits happening at the back. Rovny, Gines, Stenard, Sivakov. Sosa losing more time. Ghana, Soler. Minky's losing time. Those crosswinds did some damage, but did some damage to the wrong people. But well done to Thomas de Gent of Team Wiggins. Him being at the front and not working worked out for him this time.
And here are the race highlights that we've selected for you.
Thomas again wins the stage in the same time as the peloton. Well done to the breakaway for making it there. Gilbert in second and the World Van Aert in third. Bro, you can't talk about Bauhaus. I haven't seen Nizzolo this whole race. Dumoulin still leads 11 seconds, of course, with the abandon of Chris Froome. Primoz Roglic up to third. Everyone else up one place. Thibaut Pinot into the top 10 now. Mountain still Formula. There was only 1 point on offer. Oh, points classification. Viviani leads Gaviria now by 5 points. Gaviria getting closer there. Bennett also moving up. Khaled could be losing everything in this race. Mohoric still in the youth. No change in that classification. 10 classification still Differdange in after stage 13 of the Tour de France. Oh, that's right, that's right. Nizzolo was the mountain dom for Quintana. That's right, that's right. That's what I've seen Nizzolo, but not in a sprint. Just in the frickin' domestic for Quintana in that mountain stage. There's stage 13 results. Any time gaps, just for some people who don't really care about too much Minkies now, and you got Anton, of course. Niever also abandoned, but big loser, of course. Of the day, Christopher Froome. Belgian top 3, German. Yeah. Cool bus, cool. But yeah, Viviani and Gaviria now making it a tight race for the sprinters classification. Stage 14 ends in a little punchy hill, I guess. Day for the GC men once again. Valverde, Dumoulin, Thomas, Kwiatkowski, Quintana, Roglic. Quintana, why even bother put him in there? He doesn't do shit anyway. I reckon next draft we up the crashes to the most. Do like a Tour d'Abandon style kind of draft.
Hello to one and all. The profile of the route is a fairly mixed bag, so everybody should find a section to their pleasing. Riding in such heat is not easy. Many riders must have only one thing on their mind: getting this over with.
Alaphilippe crashed out too, man. Remember Alaphilippe? That's rally, wasn't it? Dimension Data joins a team of 5 riders. Ivan Rovny first to attack, taking Robert Hessink with him.
He's making a break. He can't have
Hey,
much
there's Adam Yates doing something for Manzana Postobon in the breakaway. Only, what's that, 5 points on offer for mountain classification in the actual stage. Micah trying to win back his mountain jersey. Yeah, it took me a while to realize the joke, but yeah.
The breakaway has now got over a minute on the path.
Cool, 7 riders in the breakaway. Adam Yates, Ivan Rovny, yes. Robert Hessink, Soren Kraj Andersen, Damiano Caruso, Rafael Micah, and Richard Carapaz. They have about a minute 40 with Campenarts and Terpstra on the front. Oh, yeah. Those races would be good for a Grand Tour draft all at once. Hell yeah. Name a PCM and I'll stream it for you. We should do the version of the chase, like, you know, they had the TTT team battles. They should have one of those with a draft. Anyway, 5 minutes is the gap to the breakaway. Quite a few strong riders in here today. Chrono Nations. Oh, yes. Yeah, but that's an individual time trial, not a team time trial, so it's alright. They need to bring back that competitive team time trial, even a 2-up time trial. Imagine Roubaix straight into Chrono Nations. Have to do it on a PCM like this where there's like heaps of crashes, man, or else it wouldn't make sense. 3 kilometers to the first KOM point of the day. 1 point on offer. It's a category 4 climb. Even Rovny is the first to attack. Rafael Majka, he of course wants to gain back that mountain jersey. Doesn't quite like being in the Slovenian team jersey. Rovny sits up before the line. Was he leading out the Rafael Majka there? Kai Anderson trying to do a late minute push to the line. Rafael Majka needs another 7 points to gain the lead of that classification, which can not be done on the stage unless he finishes well up the final hill. Everyone talking about their team being useless. My team's been in the break a few times and never done shit. Intermediate sprint point coming up. No one in the breakaway is contesting it. Cut-up players will take maximum points. Let's head back to the pelotons. We see Viviani now being led out by Greg Van Avermaet. He knows it's a hotly contested competition. Where is Fernando Gaviria? Gaviria is sitting a bit far back for the intermediate sprint. Viviani opens it up on the right-hand side. Peter Sagan. Further back, Ackerman, Kittel, Ewan, Gaviria way back. The gap opens between Viviani and Gaviria to 10 points. Rovny trying to get that Slovenian team contract. Yeah. I only say the Slovenian team because I can't pronounce the damn team name. Of course, Rovny is the Russian champion. But he's got the Russian flag on his front, not the back. Caruso leading them up to the category 3 climb, where there will now be 2 points on offer at the top. 2 points for first across the line. Hessink leading out to Majka. They're going all in for this mountain jersey. Adam Yates in second. Is Yates going to cuck Majka there? There we go, Mike is opening his sprint for the line. He moves to the left hand side. He should have stayed on the right hand side, the shortest road. He takes 2 points there. Only 5 required now to equal Formolo. Back at the peloton, a few riders not hanging on. Is it Van Kilsbrook? No, it's Filippo Garner and Lucas Postelberger. They are unable to keep up with the pace, as is Marcel Kittel and Sepp van Marke. Gaviria, Ackerman, Ewan, Viviani, all the sprinters feeling a bit shitty on today's stage. Category 4 climb, 1 point on offer. Mike is moving up on the left hand side of the road. Hessink just ahead of him. Soren Kraj Andersen goes for it. Hessink on the left hand side. Mike has to come past 2 riders now. If Hessink was smart, he'd sit up, but Kraj Andersen takes it. Makes no difference there. On the front, it is Euskadi doing the pacemaking. They got Damar, Bilbao, Igor Anton, and Carlos Betancourt. They got all their riders on the front. Who does Euskadi have to win the stage. Simon Yates must be feeling strong today, or George Bennett. I bet it's probably going to be Simon Yates. Yeah, it's Yates, because Bennett is protecting Yates there. The final categorized climb of the day, another category 4 climb, 1 point on offer. So Clark Anderson launches for it, Rovney blocks Yates.
There's an attack in the leading group. Some riders were not giving it their all and sharing the pace.
Clark Anderson dies but still hangs on for the point, does he? Yates takes the point. Yates continues his attack over the other side of the climb, Rovney the first to respond. Micah losing a bit of contact there, having to use a bit of energy to catch onto that back wheel. It's still... No, it's Rally now of the team of Mikhail Kwiatkowski on the front. Sam Bennett doing the pacemaking for United Healthcare as they push the pace down the hill. 23 kilometers to go. A little bit of undulating terrain before the final climb.
There's some that just can't keep up. There are gaps beginning
Big
to appear
gaps
in the
happening on the descent. We see Tony Gallopin dropping the wheel of Alexander Christoph. But of course, Filippo Ganna way out the back. Now the gap again, this time Mikhail Morkov, the one to drop the wheel. Tadej Pogacar is going back to help him. What a nice young lad. Pavel Sivakov also dropping off the back of the peloton, making his way to the gruppetto now, who are all setting up. Peter Sagan setting up there, Morkov, Sosa, Mas, Chavez, any other big names? O'Connor, Demar, Pollitt, Stuyven, Izzy Guedes at the back, Dens, Bauhaus, Zeitz, Nazoy, there's Nazolo. Maybe the team of Sagan. Yep, the team of Sagan's now forming a train to catch the peloton. Movistar there also. Colbrelli about to drop off the back with Tom Squian's attack at the front by Rafael Micah. Even Rovney is the only man who can follow. Micah is now dead. Rovney's sitting in the wheel though, biding his time. Back to the front group of the peloton. Still being led by Rally and United Healthcare, team of Daryl Impey. They've got Dan Martin, that's who they have. Lopez in the last split.
Only 10 kilometers left.
Yes, Lopez is in the back. There he is, hello. Pino in the front group though. Is Quintana in the front group? He is. Quintana is making up time on Miguel Angel Lopez. Breakaway still has 2 minutes 20. There's 7 kilometers to the finish. We're about to start the final climb now. Mont Ferron, 6.3 kilometers, 7.8% average. Rovney straight to the back of the breakaway. He's already swaying his hips. Look at his shoulders bobbing. He's using energy to sway, not to pedal the bike. He must be in a bad form.
This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
Kelderman on the front now, launching a bit of a push. The Plus and Terpstra straight on the wheel.
Only 5 kilometers left. The pack's deficit is being cut back.
Minute 18 is the gap now. Kelderman setting a ferocious pace there. The gap to the Mika Angel Lopez. The Mika Angel Lopez gap group is about to make contact. Sagan makes contact now. No one else really does though. Nizzolo almost trying to get to the front, but he drops the wheel. Heading right back to the front of the peloton is still Kelderman. The Plus moving up. Egan Bernal on the left-hand side. Rovney has been dropped from the breakaway. Looks like Clark Anderson's about to do the same as we see Robert Hessink launch an attack. Rafael Micah cannot follow. Carapaz is slowly rolling up to them. Meanwhile, in the peloton, Dan Martin and Kwiatkowski launch an attack. Kwiatkowski attack probably a bit too early. Dan Martin continues. He's about to go through the breakaway. Still the Robert Hessink out in front. Valverde now counters. Kwiatkowski trying to follow. Bob Youngles on the right-hand side for chasing down Valverde. Classic Movistar tactics, chasing down their own teammates. Carapaz now working on the front. He's bringing Nibali, Dumoulin, he's bringing them all back to the front of the race. Hessink has been caught. Valverde and Martin continue. Hessink dies. Heading back now to the Dumoulin group. 400 meters to go. Here's the finish line. Alejandro Valverde, the world champion, takes away the Dan Martin second. Nibali third, followed by Dumoulin. Dumoulin gaining some precious seconds there on Geraint Thomas. Your climbers suck. Where the fuck's Gazprom, bro? Caruso, Galopan, Yates, Posivivo, Turns. There's your climber, Solonkra, Anderson. Here's Quintana. Uman overtakes him. Here comes the sprinters group now with the likes of Zakarin and Miguel Angel Lopez. Heading right back to the bottom of the climb, we say hello to Filippo Ganna, 3Ks to the top. It's not going to take him 40 minutes.
Now for the race highlights.
Well done, Alejandro Valverde's first stage win in this playthrough. Dumoulin does not gain any bonus seconds on Thomas there. There was not a gap. Unlucky for him. Tom Dumoulin still leads 11 seconds to Geraint Thomas. Don't think there's any changes in the top 10. Mountain classification still Davide Formolo. This time the gap to Micah is 5 points. Viviani 10 points now ahead of Gaviria. It's getting quite tight there. Mohoric extending his lead on Lopez. Lopez looks to have lost a minute there to Mohoric. And Differdange still leading that team's classification. Quintana losing 2 minutes 17, whereas Lopez 3 minutes on Valverde. Bad luck for Miguel Angel Lopez. No DNFs on this stage. Still Dumoulin in yellow, still Viviani, still Formolo, still Mohoric, and still Differdange. Stage 15 and another day for the sprinters. Gaviria is named as the favourite. Viviani in second. It's going to be a fierce battle between these two riders. Shitty PCM 18 time gaps, absolutely.
Hello and welcome. The profile of this race is quite flat. Expect a fast pace from the peloton. Riding in such heat is not easy. Many riders must
Heat,
have
bring
only
back
one
the
thing on
rain,
their
more
mind,
crashes, more
getting this
crashes.
over with.
Quintana in 14th, and Lopez still in 22nd, just 30 minutes down. Hopefully both of those go in the break. Kirienka's in the break. Vasily Kirienka, Robocop. Maybe not in the break. Schachmann, Terpstra, Kirienka, Dihent, De Plus. Who else is going to be joining them in the break? Stannard, Calmejean. Nope, one of those riders is not allowed, probably Lilian Calmejean. French rider in the break, not allowed. Not especially not today's best deal day. Don't want any of that kind of crap happening.
Uh-oh, the gap is widening. It's now more than 2 minutes. The peloton seems content to let it grow.
Breakaway still all split up. 3 riders, 4 riders, 1 rider left. The breakaway is now established altogether. Nicky Terpstra on the back, not contributing to the pace meeting, doing what the Hint did the other day, trying to make it happen, this time with Team Rally. Kirienka, De Plus, and Sharkman. Peloton still being led by Team, what is that, Trek Segafredo and Team Jellybelly. Who is Trek working for? Jellybelly's there. Trek, of course, Geraint Thomas, or Geraint Thomas, I guess. They haven't really got a stage sprinter. Pretty chill stage, few little bumps, category 3, then a sprint, then a category 4, and then back down to a regular sprint. 5 minutes is the gap. It's also a long stage today. We're looking at 194 kilometers. So the gap will get quite large, but then it will also come right back down. Might see some crashes on some of these descents, because we know how dangerous descents are for the peloton. All it takes is one touch of the wheels, and everyone goes down. Small split is forming. A rider has dropped. Ah, it is a crash. Everyone is back up though. Bernal was caught out. Micah, Mohoric, Formolo, Bennett, Fogelsang, Kuss, Galapan, Squeens, Gasparotto, Pantano, Gilbert. Everyone's going to make their way back into the pack though. It's early on in the stage. Pedersen, Haga, Sivakov, all back together now. The gap's 11 minutes. That's a bit excessive, but there's 120 Ks still to go. Here we go. We're approaching the category 3 climb. 2 points on offer for first, 1 point on offer for second. 1K to go. Is anyone going to go for it? Kirienka on the front. Who has mountain points here? Thomas de Hint has mountain points. That's the only one who really has mountain points. And Kirienka takes maximum points there to make no dent in the top 10 of the mountain classification. Breakaway gap now 12 minutes. What are these guys doing? 16 Ks an hour, not having a care in the world, it seems. Remembering in real life, the breakaway can catch 1 minute of time gap for every 10 kilometers. So the peloton can catch 10 kilometers. 1 minute of time gap for every 10 kilometers of racing. Sprint to me at sprint, missed that, but the plus, same order as this, we see no one really sprinting for it. Let's wait for the peloton to get there. Here come the sprinters to the front. Gaviria sitting in behind Sepp Van Marke. Viviani chilling probably a bit too far back. He probably needs to get on the wheel of Gaviria there. Oh, Gaviria's too far back as well. Ackerman's coming up towards the front. Andre Greipel with a lead out this time. Fabio Feline for the Gorilla, who's instead choosing to go on the wheel of Filippo Ganna. 3.6 Ks to the intermediate sprint. It's all the sprinters teams who are on the front. Wonder if they're going to slow down after the intermediate sprint.
The breakaway is not to everybody's liking.
Ewan is exposed to the wind with 1.7 Ks to go. The Gorilla's got a good lead out. He's set off his lead out for some reason. 1 kilometer to the intermediate sprint point. There goes Ewan straight through the middle. The Gorilla is doing something once. The Gorilla gets second in that bunch sprint. Only 9 points separates Viviani and Gaviria now. Gaviria doing better than Viviani. Oh, we missed this mountain climb. Kirienka took it. Okay, cool. Gap is still 13 minutes and it is growing. The gap is growing. 14 minutes a day for the breakaway. Terpstra might have the right plan. Come on, Kirienka. I know you've got no acceleration, no sprint, but you can do it, buddy. Be strong-willed. Nice little 60. Hey, it's better than my 59 sprint.
We're into the last third of the race. We'll soon know the final outcome.
Is Terpstra rolling through? No. Looks like no one's really rolling through too much. We might see an attack from someone. Still 50 kilometers to go. The gap is 14 minutes. It is reducing now. Who's at the front working? It is Bookman, Kenny Ellison, Gishka, Uman, Turns, Haga, Pollitt, Barkeland, and Groschaber. Any of these riders danger on time? An hour for 56 minutes. I mean, not going to be 56 minutes, so no difference. Viviani just gets sick. Yeah, you through. I could get 5th on this stage with Kirienka. .24 kilometers to go. Gap still 14 minutes. No threat to GC. Just the stage went up for grabs for these guys. De Hent launches an attack. Schachman and De Plus cannot respond. It is Kirienka who's first onto the wheel. Kirienka must be on a good day. A podium incoming for Gazprom Rushvelo. Terpstra, of course, has been doing nothing all day. Still sitting at the back of this group doing nothing. No, he is helping to contribute now. 3 big rouleurs in the... What the hell is that glare? Man, go away.
We've got 15 kilometers to the finish line.
Kirienka now sees his chance to attack and does nothing but die.
It could be decisive.
Lovely, Kirienka, what a waste of energy. Terpstra now stuck behind Kirienka. De Hent has a small advantage. Terpstra catching up to De Hent. 11 k's to go. Schachman attacks from the second group. Attack from the Plus. Small gaps opening up in the main peloton. The Plus sits up. He's done for. Schachman's dead. It's really between these 3. Kirienka does not need to attack again. De Gent attacks. Kirienka is the first to respond. Looks like Terpstra is countering over the top. Yep, Terpstra is countering. De Gent and Kirienka cannot respond. Schachman sees the weakness up ahead and he is moving into position to try and steal that podium place off Vasil Kirienka. Kirienka launches a sprint early, but he is no match for De Gent. Well done, Terpstra taking the stage. De Gent second, Kirienka third. Heading back to the peloton. They've got 8 kilometers to go. Whew. Super strong Kirienka, man. Super strong, exactly. 5.7 kilometers to go. Where are the sprinters? Here they are, all in a nice line. Gaviria, Bennett, Bauhaus, hey, there's Bauhaus. Bauhaus, Nizzolo. The other line on the left-hand side, Os, Sagan, Viviani, Van Avermaet. 3.2 kilometers to go. Nizzolo needs to move up. He's on the wheel of Sagan. Everyone else on the left-hand side of the road has started sprinting. On the left-hand side, Van Avermaet, perfect lead out for Viviani. Gaviria in his wheel. He's got a bit of a bike length between them. Gaviria with a late minute push to the line. Viviani dies. On the right-hand side, it is Peter Sagan. Kittel coming through. Where the fuck is Nizzolo? There he is. And the question is, where's Bauhaus? There's Bauhaus, finishing behind Vincenzo Nibali.
And just in case you missed them, here are the race highlights.
Well done, Nicky Terpstra of Rally. Taking a sprint ahead of De Hent and Kirienka. No change in the overall, still Dumoulin leading that. Still Formolo in the mountain. Viviani now only 2 points ahead of Fernando Gaviria in the points classification. Still everything to play for in that jersey, and Mohoric Still the same time gaps in the youth classification. The Verdange still leading that. Well done to Nikias Terpstra. Any time gaps here at all? No. Let's have a look. What is stage 16? It is, looks like a medium mountainy, punchy kind of stage. Thomas, Valverde, Nibali, Dumoulin, Bardet, Yates, Martin Roglic, Pino, and Kwiatkowski are the favourites for this stage. I'd say more of a Bala kind of day. Bala is second favourite. Reasonable amount of points on offer, so perhaps Micah can work his way back into that team. Sorry, into that points mountain jersey.
Hello to one and all. The route is fairly hilly, so there should be plenty of action. We should have sun along the whole length of the route.
Will we see Dumoulin crack in this stage? Remember, there is a time trial later on, so perhaps he could be saving himself for that. We see Mika Landa in the break. Mika Engel Lopez, Gianni Moscon, Tim Wellens, Rafael Marquez, and Marc Soler. What a strong lineup there for Muha's squad. Lopez, of course, trying to get himself in the breakaway after lots of yelling by his team manager. He finally does something in this race. And he's attacking, trying to get rid of Landa. We see Zachar and Izzy and Robert Hessek, 4 riders from Muha's squad, getting in the breakaway.
Attack! It's a good moment to show the team colors.
More riders trying to come across. Who else is this? Richard Caraples and Niels Polit. Terpstra on the front. So it looks like Rally will not be putting anyone into today's breakaway. Jesus Harada trying to start something. Tom Squeans also there. Very, very strong breakaway on today's stage. How much time will they be allowed? Gorka. Oh yeah, Gorka's there as well. Oh good, that's what I forgot. You have 2 riders there. Hey, Lopez and Hessink are sitting on the back. They are the 2 designated leaders on today's stage. Yep, Hessink and Lopez not rolling through. Back in the peloton, it is Greipel, Kung, Terpstra, Bennett, Campenarts, Martin, and Pogacar on the front. Gap is 4 minutes. Nice, easy, flat terrain. Not Hessink win. Category 3, Category 2, a few smaller categories, Category 2, and then the finish.
The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
I don't know why they're working for Hessink. Is that because he is the best placed rider overall? No, Mike is better placed than Hessink, but I guess they don't particularly care about Hessink's Mountain Jersey or his placement, because they're going for Mountain Jersey instead. You both won. I doubt you're going to keep winning. I mean, we could see the time gap go up on the first climb, but I doubt it. Cobrelli did not DNF. Where is Boss's team?
For the pack. They obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group.
There's Cobrelli. You've still got your full team here. Ah, Cobrelli's 112th. He's just chilling, man. Category 3 climb, 2 points, and then 1 point on offer. Mike, of course, still fighting to get that mountain jersey back. Gorka Zigera sitting quite a way down in that mountain points standings. 1 point behind Ilna Zakarin. And look, here's the peloton right here. Bevan leading Bennett up the climb. Minute 20 behind the breakaway. Hissing and Lopez still on the back. Who is first to launch an attack towards mountain points? It is Richard Carapaz. Zakarin counters over the top. Zakarin's going to be taking 2 points here, with Wellens taking 1. They've got rid of some excess weight in the breakaway. Goodbye to Gorka, goodbye to Lopez. Nope, they've made it back onto the back, but Moscon and Hessink. Ooh. Not sure why they're working for Hessink if they have just been dropped on that small climb there. And they're all back. All 4 of Muha's riders are there. Intermediate sprint point coming up in 5 kilometers. Will it be contested? That is the question.
The breakaway is not to everybody.
1.3 Ks to go to intermediate sprint. Still be very minor points left for the peloton, so we'll head back to have a look at how they're doing once they go through. But Gorka Izigeta takes maximum points there. Greipel on the front. Viviani launches the sprint on the left-hand side. Sagan on the wheel. Gaviria on the right-hand side. Eli Viviani beating Gaviria, extending his lead to 3 points. Rather than 2. Ah, so he extended by 1 point. Lovely. We say goodbye to Niels Pollitt as he is dropping to the back of this breakaway. Never mind, don't say goodbye yet. We're on a category 2 where there's more points on offer. Gorka Izigeta is the first rider to go. Goodbye, Gorka. Goodbye. Rafael Micah on the front, pushing the pace. Doesn't look to be saving himself for those mountain points. Their team should be sending Moscon and Landa to the front instead. Zakarin out of the slipstream. Zakarin dropped. Well, that's cool. Miguel Angel Lopez attacks. Miguel Angel Lopez up the category 2 climb. What's he doing here? He's got no King of the Mountain points. We see the trio from Muha's squad. Wellens sneaking second there. Landa over the top. Hessink and the Micah saying goodbye to Carapaz and Moscon. And also Soler, of course, in doing so. A nice, reasonably length descent. 3 small climbs and then the finish. Not long to go now. The breakaway could certainly do it. Let's get a time from Miguel Angel Lopez and send it all the way back to Tom Dumoulin. 3 minutes 36. 50-50 about whether it's going to be a breakaway day or a day for the peloton. Come on, Zakarin, please catch back up, get some recovery, catch back up to the breakaway man. Category 3 climb inbound, 2 points on offer at the top. Zakarin's not making it back to this front breakaway. Front breakaway, of course, is Wellens, Lopez, Micah, Hessink, and Landa. Looks to be the protected rider now. They've come to their senses and gone, hold on, hold on, hold on. Down the hill, you can see the peloton and the remnants of the second half of the breakaway down there. .8 Ks to the top. Lopez launches an attack, 1K to go, Wellens straight in the wheel, who can follow? Landa is the only one that can follow, Hessink and Micah unable to. 300 meters, Landa's gone. It's just Lopez and Wellens left in this breakaway. Wellens goes straight over the top, he's going for the stage, using it as a platform to attack. Meanwhile, this group of 4 riders containing Moscon, Zakarin, Soler and Carapaz is about to be caught by the peloton led by Rudy Millard. Up this category 3 climb, there's a category 1 climb very, very shortly after. The breakaway is already up, 1.1 Ks to the top. Wellens and the Lopez working well together. Landa about to catch up to them. Micah dropping further back than Hessink. Micah is dead. Hessink a bit in no man's land. Lopez goes once again. Wellens once again the only one who can react. Landa out of contention. Lopez getting 1 point.
Pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group.
Six Ks to go, and then there's a category 3 climb. Landa's about to catch up once again. Then it's a minute and a half back to Hessink. Hessink is not making it back to the breakaway. Will Landa though? Damn it, stupid ass motherfucking glare.
Few riders are going to be very sore at the end of the day.
Landa's dead. Cool, it's Lopez and Wellens going up the final climb of the day. 16 Ks to go. One of these 2 riders should win the stage. Although I'd rather that Landa won the stage, just because Menzana and Postobon don't particularly deserve this win. They've already spent a few days in yellow. .2 Ks to go to the top. Exactly, cleanest teams out in front. Sporting Taveria and Menzana Postobon. Tim Wellens attacks Lopez straight into his wheel. 1.6 Ks to go to the top. This climb is the steepest climb they've climbed all day. And they're both looking dead. Landa is now almost 2 minutes behind. There's no chance of him catching up. Biased commentary, like to see it. Of course, of course, of course.
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
Wellens is staying in the wheel. Don't worry. He's behind. He's not in the wheel though. Lopez extending his lead over Wellens on this climb. Wellens is the better descender though.
Moving along at a fair lick.
We see only the 3 men out in front. Everyone else has been caught by the peloton. Also, bit of a split happening up this final climb. 20 seconds between Wellens and Miguel Angel Lopez. 11 Ks to go. Come on, Wellens, you can do it. Looks like it's an attack from inside the peloton. Dan Martin's going for it over the top of the climb. Or riders have been dropped. Schuckman's gone, Moscon's gone. Only 23 riders left in this front group. Quintana's stupidly at the back. Dan Martin's pushing it down the climb. Only 14 seconds now between Wellens and Miguel Angel Lopez. Come on, Wellens. I believe in you, Wellens. Float stats save me. Absolutely. 12 seconds is the gap. Lopez is going as hard as he can. 10 seconds is the gap now. 9 seconds. There comes Wellens. Wellens is in the wheel of Miguel Angel Lopez. It's going to come down to a sprint between the two of them. Wellens rolls to the front. I don't think that was the best move for him. They have a 2-minute advantage over Landa and the rest of the peloton. Wellens is looking dead. Lopez looks like he's got a little bit of acceleration now. Wellens just needs to flick over, make Lopez roll through, make Lopez roll to the front. Come on, Wellens. You know what to do. Puncture for Nicky Terpstra. Wellens opens the sprint. Lopez on the right-hand side. Lopez a little too late. Wellens wins the stage. Mikael Landa, 800 meters to go. Just about to come around that corner now. 1 minute gap on the peloton. The peloton's been led in by Wilco Kelderman. Mikael Landa comes in third place. Schachmann cannot beat the sprint ace Kelderman to the line.
The riders bringing up their rear have made it through sheer willpower. This was a real strength effort.
Looks like Mohoric lost a bit of time there. Miguel Angel Lopez could be riding himself closer to that white jersey. We head right down the road. Daniel Oss, last man on course.
And here are a few of the key moments.
There we have it. Tim Wellens winning the stage 16 of our Tour of France. We have Lopez in the same time, landed 2 minutes back, and then the peloton 3 minutes 5 seconds back. Dumoulin in the lead, 11 seconds back to Thomas. Looks like no change in the top 10 there. Mountain still Formolo, Micah in second. Billy Viviani still in the points, 3 points ahead of Gaviria. Matvej Mohoric still in the lead, but only 7 minutes ahead of Lopez. Lopez has gained almost 7 minutes, it seems, on Matvej Mohoric. And team still Differdange. Cool, Wellens comes in first. Well done. Fuck me, that's depressing. But hey, Lopez up to 20th in GC now. Horrocks dropping. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to finish with stage 17 today. We will do the time trial tomorrow. Yeah, so today we'll do stage 17. Tomorrow will be 18, 19, 20, and then 21. Make it a bit more exciting. So the final mountain stage, here we go. Week 3, 211 kilometers. Very, very mountainous stage. Thomas supposed to be the favorite ahead of Dumoulin, Roglic, Nibali, Quintana there in the top 10. 2 Category 1 climbs, a horse Category Intermediate Sprint, and we're finishing up a climb there also. Interesting. It's a mountain TT though. It's a mountain TT. Could be anyone's day here, of course. Sprinters, of course, who want to try and win the final stage of the tour, they'll have to work hard to not be cut from the stage. Because, you know, it's a big fuck off. Too much No, not enough ITT. I haven't got a TT yet, but you need a time trial in a Grand Tour, man.
Nor those who prefer the flat. Yes, it was the climbers, and the reasons were obvious. With today's conditions, the spotlight will be on them.
Yeah, this would have been a perfect stage for Dennis. You shouldn't have got him arrested. Anyway, there we are. First attacks of the day. Rafael Micah trying to get himself in the breakaway, not allowed to escape. There goes Miguel Angel Lopez in the breakaway once again. Kirienka disrespect. Kirienka's alright. I suppose, yeah, he is a good TTer. You're right. Former world champion 2015. Domenico Pozzovivo, Tony Galopan, Andre Amador, Jakob Fuglsang, Miguel Angel Lopez, Rafael Micah, Robert... Oh, that's the peloton. That's Muha's squad. They weren't in the breakaway, so they're going to chase the breakaway down. What a classic pro Conti tactic that is. Hey man, killing your wife, who cares where you are at the point, right? Gotta get arrested at some point. Well, Lopez struggling to get himself into the breakaway with his compatriots. Second bunch trying to almost... bunch that's just almost got Costa, Chavez, Bagui. Behind him is Landa, Bilbao, Mohoric, Mas, and Formolo. What a strong breakaway with no fucking Gazprom riders. What a classic day. But let's have a look at the terrain. We're going up a Category 1 climb. Doesn't look so bad. Nice long valley. Another Category 1 climb. Nice valley. Horse Category climb. Finishing up a little punchy split. So it could be a day for the breakaway. Could be a day for the peloton. Who knows, right? Who is the best placed rider here? That is the question. Matvey Mohoric 13th. Where's Micah sitting currently? Is Micah in here? Micah's not in here. Formolo's here though, he's here to protect his mountain jersey. Front of the peloton, really not caring. Tony Martin, Kenny Ellison, Niels Pollard, TJ Van Garderen, Simon Spilek, and Sam Bennett.
The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
Seven minutes 42 is the advantage. The commentator said they're not happy with it, but the gap is still... No, it's not increasing anymore. It was increasing. But still quite a big advantage, especially for a breakaway filled with climbers. Especially Matvey Mohoric, you know. First in the youth classification. Brilliant climber. what's going to happen here. Who's not contributing to the pacemaking? Fuglsang, Inrik Mas, and Davide Formolo. Oh yeah, they've got Amador, Chavez. That makes sense. 8 kilometers to the top of the climb. Bloody windy. Nothing happening. Make it a bit more exciting. Hey, what happened there?
The Entente and the escape group is far from cordial. There are a couple of riders.
Chavez, Formolo, and Amador have been dropped. Meanwhile, the Rui Costa attacks over the top of this climb, cutting off Bilbao, Buggy, and
They're
Gallopin.
heading downhill, so they've got to make sure to keep warm and make no mistakes on their trajectory.
Well, it looks like Amador's been dropped. Everyone else is back in the bunch. Who knows? There shouldn't be a crash in the breakaway. There seems to be some gap between all their riders, so that's alright. Formolo's dropped through Joyce. Formolo caught back up.
The pack is still losing ground to the breakaway. The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The peloton has significantly increased its speed.
Both lot groups are over the top. The peloton and the breakaway. Peloton's still together. No one is dropped yet, so they must be going quite slowly. Especially if Sam Bennett is right at the front and Patrick Bevan. Bevan, of course, who just retired due to heart problems from Team DSM Finish. What a boring descent. No crashes. Hey, there we go. Matthew Van Der Poel.
Riders at the back are beginning to stall. The pace is
Steve
really
Cummings,
fast,
Nicholas
so
Roach, Peter Sagan,
facing
Tom
too many
Squeens.
attacks.
Holy shit, that's okay.
The pack has bitten the
Just
dust
Van Der Poel.
collectively, but
Maybe.
The riders would seem to be okay to carry on.
Holy shit.
One of the back
Matthew Van Der
riders
Poel has
given up.
abandoned, but out the back we have Sagan, Sivakov, Sosa, Gonçalves, Squeens, Bauhaus,
As they
Roach,
go over the top,
Yates,
the riders
Cummings,
breathe a sigh of relief
Postelberger,
and hope to
Oss,
recover
Predler. Are they
on the
coming
way
back
down.
for someone? Sagan, aren't they? They are. This whole team's coming back for Peter Sagan. Nico Denz is here at the back. One moment, I'll be right back. Okay, I was back. Coming up to the intermediate sprint point. 6 kilometers for 600 meters for our breakaway, actually. No one is contesting. Remember, there's 15 spots of points on offer. So from the peloton, we might see some sprints. Riders have been dropped in the... Nope, that's the crash we had earlier on. Will we see a bit of a sprint here for some of these remaining points? It looks like we will. We see Caleb Ewan sitting in Michael Morkov's wheel. Bennett on the back of Ewan. Kittel is sitting behind Bosenhagen. Gaviria on Kittel's wheel. Viviani behind Van Avermaet. Bit of a scrum towards the line. Gaviria through the middle. Gaviria looks like he's taking some points there, slimming that lead from Viviani, allowing to push to the line. There's well 1 point separating these two sprinting giants. Back to the breakaway, the gap is 6 minutes 30. It's reducing slightly, so perhaps not the day for the breakaway. We'll have to see. Fuglsang no longer contributing to the pacemaking. Matvey Mohoric trying to set the back. Fuglsang, Bagi and Mars just chilling. We're on the second Category 1 climb of the day, the Col de Vas. Chavez trying to increase the pace of the breakaway. Matvey Mohoric keeps getting sent out the back, unable to keep up with the pace changes. Rui Costa, former world champion, on the back. You can tell he's the former world champion. He's got the armbands on. There goes Matvey Mohoric. Remember, if Mohoric drops and Lopez keeps up with the breakaway, Lopez might find himself riding into the white jersey. .7 minutes 50 is the gap. It is Aqua Blue on the front of Michael Matthews, Niels Pollitt, United Healthcare with Patrick Bevan and Chad Hager. And there we have it. Matvey Mohoric, Fuglsang and Mars have been dropped. Mars probably at the wrong place at the wrong time. Unlucky for him. He probably could have kept up. Matvey Mohoric is heading his way back to the peloton. And there we have it. We see the attack. Tony Galopan has launched an attack. Mikael Landa on his wheel. Lopez in second. We say goodbye to Bagi, Costa, Bill Bell also. Chavez gone. Only 5 riders left. Galopan looks too strong. Landa getting distanced. Lopez is dead. Formolo launching an attack towards the line, extending his lead in that mountain jersey.
Davide Formolo is off.
Formolo.
They're over the top and heading down the other side at a fair lick.
Another long descent before the horse category climb. Matvey Mohoric very, very dead. Castrovejo leading the peloton up the climb. We have it, the breakaways forming back up together. Even Matvey Mohoric is coming back. This time it is Costa and Mars doing the work for him. Chavez knows Mars is coming back, so he's sitting on the back of the breakaway. 24 kilometers to the top of this climb. The peloton, who's on the front now, still Aqua Blue, Castrovejo and Matthews. Bevan there also. Riders just being distanced is Ginez.
The interval is still growing. The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The peloton has significantly increased its speed.
And Mohoric is back. The white jersey dream is gone. Will we see Miguel Angel Lopez in white before the end of the tour? Who knows? We'll have to find out tomorrow, I guess. Mohoric wisely sitting right at the back. Enric Mas, though, probably not a wise decision for him. He knows what happened last time. Mohoric was distanced and Mas was forced backwards. The gap is coming down significantly. Only 5 minutes 30 now, thanks to Jans Bakelans and Rudy Malard. Gap is 4 minutes 30. The peloton is catching up. It looks like Lopez might not be extending his lead in any classification today. Maybe just the white jersey, not the overall. More riders are dropped from the peloton. Caruso's gone. O'Connor, Hermans, Martin, Geschke, Carapaz, Godu, Grobschartner. There goes Gorka now. Gorka's been dropped from the peloton. Hessink and Frale. Say goodbye to Benut, Soler, Impey. De Plus, Zacharin's gone. Turns. Micah is gone. Pino hanging on. Bennett's gone. Moss gone. Millard, Quintana, you little bitch, Quintana.
Counter-attack by Quintana.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages.
Big attack there by Vincenzo Nibali. Roglic in the wheel. Thomas now countering over top. Where is Dumoulin? Dumoulin is only got Izagirre left. Ion Izagirre. Tim Wellens, winner of the previous stage, moving up on the right-hand side of the road. Come on, Quintana, you fucking cunt. Get your ass up there. There's Mahoric. He has been dropped from the breakaway once again. Lopez sitting in nice comfortably. Back at the front of the race, 7.1 kilometers to the top of the climb. More riders are dropping from this bunch. We say goodbye to Chavez. We say goodbye to Buggy. Lopez now dropping from the front group. I see an attack down here. I think I did see an attack down here.
The rider is looking to give the pack the slip.
Counter-attack by Valverde.
Roglic attacks. Thomas, Nibali and Valverde are the ones to go with. Dumoulin reacts. Bardet sitting in his wheel. Kwiatkowski's gone. Pino's gone. Martin, Port, Bilbao are gone. Costa's gone. Youngles rides up to Bardet. Even straight past him. Youngles now working on the front, towing Dumoulin up to his leader. Alejandro Valverde. Is today the day that Dumoulin loses yellow? Back up the climb, Lopez behind Landa, behind Posivo, behind Fuglsang. The front group is Mas, Galopan and Formolo. Enric Mas launches an attack. He's been sitting on the back of the breakaway all day. He should have the freshest legs. 600 meters now to the top. Formolo's been distanced, Galopan's been distanced, heading back down the mountain. Roglic's attacked, Nibali must have attacked first. Two of them up the road, Valverde, Thomas and Chavez trying to catch them up. Barguil is now working for Roman Bardet, but at the same time they're towing up the race leader, Tom Dumoulin. Mas first over the top. Here comes the Miguel Angel Lopez group. They've got Fuglsang, Poziviva and Landa. They could all work together in this descent.
So now it's the descent. It's less physically exhausting than a climb.
Have you seen Quintana? Stop talking about bloody Lopez doing shit. You got like a stage podium. Quintana's just been sucking dick the whole race. Valverde, Thomas and Chavez being distanced by Nibali and Roglic. Behind them, Dumoulin relying on the Katusha Alpecin squad to chase for him.
The finish line is getting close. The riders have just passed the 50
Enric Mas looks to be sitting up for the rest of his breakaway companions. 12 kilometers to go. He will most likely win the stage. Oh, it looks like it could be a sprint between Tony Galopan. Tony Galopan's about to catch up to Enric Mas. Behind them, the Landa Formolo, Fuglsang Pozivivo group, and behind them, Vincenzo Nibali, the race leaders, race favourites, are about to make the catch to the breakaway. A minute back behind them is Alejandro Valverde, then 24 seconds back. Thomas is working in the Dumoulin group. Thomas is trying to solidify his second place overall. He needs to put an attack in. He needs to distance Dumoulin. Heading back to the front of the race. Galopan's on the front. Enric Mas sitting in second wheel. Looks like Formolo will not be catching this front duo. 3.9 kilometers to go. It is a punchy hill finish. It could be either man. Galopan on paper's got the better sprint and acceleration, but we know from before Mas does have, what is it, cobbles? What the hell? Mas has been sitting in the wheels all day. Mars pushing it. Looks like Galopins. He's sitting firm. He's sitting tight. He's looking not too tired. Small gap opening up ever so slightly. Galopin is biding his time. 700 meters to go. They're about to hit the tarmac. Galopin launches a sprint first, but Mars is on the front. He's got the whole bike length advantage. Galopin has just got no power to roll past him. Enric Mas wins the stage. Meanwhile, in the favourites group, Tom Dumoulin attacks Bardet and Thomas. Valverde is just up the road. Roglic and Nibali pulling away from the others. Well done, Nibali. Best of the favourites. Here comes Valverde. Positive of Fuglsang. Lopez is doing well. He looks like he could be riding into the white jersey today. Like their manager said, White Dream is back on. Thomas and Dumoulin only a few seconds behind, but it looks like that might be... I know Thomas and Dumoulin finished together. There's Youngles, Chavez. Who's going to be rounding out the top 20 here? It looks like it's going to be Dan Martin and Steven Kruiswijk. Oh, Richie put Dan Martin just outside the top 20 there. Where is the white jersey? Here he is. Here is Matvej Mohoric. Lopez needed... I don't know how many minutes Lopez needed, but it looks like Lopez is going to be in white tomorrow. Heading right back down the hill. It is raining now. Hopefully these riders stay upright. Last man on course, Daniel Loss, just finishing the horse category climb. He's got an hour to make it to the finish line. 50-50. It's a descent. He's going to make it. Final climb of the day. Daniel Loss passes his teammate Andre Amador. It's going to be the last man home today. 40 minutes to make it to the line. He does it with half an hour to spare.
And here are the race highlights that we've selected for you.
Then we have Enric Mas winning stage 17. Of the Tour de France. Beating Tony Galopin in a 2-up sprint Formula, less than a minute back. Nibali, the first of the GC contenders. What's happened to the overall GC? Oh, everyone's got closer to Tom Dumoulin. Bob Youngles has moved up. Some Spaniard or Belgians moved out. Thomas still that 11-second gap to Dumoulin. That time trial tomorrow is going to make or break the whole difference. Formolo still in the mountain jersey, leading by 27 points. And Ilya Viviani leads 1 point ahead of Fernando Gaviria in that points classification. Matvej Mohoric holds on by a minute to the white jersey. Unlucky for Miguel Angel Lopez. Maybe that maybe that ITT can be the make it or break it for Lopez. And Team de Verdange still leading the team classification. Well, what a wonderful stage there. Stage 17. Once again, one withdrawal, that's right. Matthew van der Poel, the only rider to withdrawal on that first descent. But no major sprinters missing out. Some big time gaps, of course. Looking at the GC, Quintana loses time. What? Hey, Quintana's still beating Lopez, though, so that's all I care about. There's a time trial tomorrow. Sprint jersey very close now. Viviani and Gaviria. Formolo still in the mountain. Mohoric still in the youth. And de Verdange in the team. So let's have a look what the stages will be doing tomorrow. Mountain TT 46.7 kilometers. So the same kind of favourites as normal: Thomas, Dumoulin, Nibali, Roglic, Bardet, Yates, Port, Martin, Valverde, and Quintana. After that, we have another mountain stage finishing up Alpe d'Huez. Stage 20 up the Galibier. And then 21, of course, on the Champs-Élysées. So still everything to play for in this Tour de France. Thanks for watching. I'll see you fellas tomorrow. I'm not sure what time yet. It'll either be the same. It'll probably be the same time as today. I'll work it out.